I don't want to be out here kicking hundreds and hundreds of balls. We're not having a meaning behind it, really. Every kick I do in training, I try and treat it as like it's like the winning kick. One thing I've done is cut down the number of kicks I've done and try to make sure my concentration levels are spot on, so that when it does come to a game, I just try and replicate that. When I was a young lad, one of my brothers used to kick day in, day out. We'd go to the local field, grab a couple of rugby balls and we're kicking with each other. And that's where it all came from, really, that we just loved being out on the field with each other and having a little competition here and there, who could knock the most kicks over. And ever since then, we got the bug of, to be a goal kicker, and we grew up playing rugby and we always wanted to be that guy. I have two things in my head: hit the ball sweeter rather than harder, and complete the kick, which is why I tend to keep my head down a little bit longer after I kick the ball. That's why you practice all these hours, so that when it comes to that moment, you can try and execute that. Obviously, known Owen for a long time now, played rugby league against him growing up and went to school with him, played 16s, 18s, 20s, and we've always been great mates.
We played against each other a little bit when we were younger, when we was back in Wigan and Oldham. We lived opposite each other when we were 13, 14. He was always the type of one that had his homework done first and had his bag packed for school the next day, and I was a bit more behind than that.
First and foremost, he's a brilliant rugby player, and on top of that, he's a great guy as well. So when we're in camp together, we always spend most time together talking about the game, because he's obsessed about it as well, and I think you can see that in the way he goes out and plays and the way he drives his team when he's playing. He's a winner.
Mr. Ice Cool. Saracens are headed to Twickenham.
There weren't much rugby played. We obviously got our energy from different ways, from how we chased down our kicks and how we got stuck in defence. And we're ready for anything that's thrown at us. That was the best thing to come out of the game at the weekend. It's the feeling of being alive and being ready at every moment of the game.
It was a stressful day, really, in terms of it was a bit of a later kick-off. You're waiting around all day for a semi-final against a quality team, so it takes a lot out of you. It's do-or-die attitude. You lose, you're out. You win, you go through. So it puts a little bit of extra pressure on the game, and for us to go out and perform like we did and score the tries we did and enjoy ourselves a little bit was a great feeling.
Ford's on his way. The face of the player of the season, the try that definitely means they're heading to South West London at the end of it.
It was late on in the second half, so my legs were a bit tired, but I was just glad to get over the line in the end. The first thought that came into my head certainly was trying to get myself, best prepared and recovered for this week coming.
We've been in this situation before, but never like this. Last year, the year before, we've been at the top of the table and never really looked back. Not everything's gone our way this year, and we've had to fight to get to where we are. We've been in a good few finals now, and obviously we've won one and lost the rest. So hopefully we can draw on that experience.
When I was deciding whether to move clubs or not, I wanted to go to a club where I was going to get probably a better chance of playing week in, week out, but also a club that are always going to be up for winning things. And the vision that the coaches sold here and the recruitment that they brought in with the players, I knew that if we'd have got it right and we worked hard and have the mindset of getting better each day, we'll be in these situations where we've got the opportunity to win a trophy. And that's all it is at the minute. It's an opportunity, and we're just going to try and make the most of it.